Finally, it worked. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, it works. Oh my gosh, it works. I can't believe it works. My final buying power literally just went through. Okay. Okay. Oh my. Hello. Bro, I couldn't. Can I get this stream to work for some reason? I don't know. What's up, bro? What's up? Who is in the chat right now? I can't believe I started this thing 20 minutes late. I'm gonna get a ton of questions because I didn't start on time. Good morning, Tim. Our members for other streams. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, guys. I'm sorry I started this thing a little late today. Alright. Okay. BitMine is doing so good right now. Good morning, guys. Good morning. There it is. Say we do. What's up, Caesar? What's up, bro? What's up, guys? Alright. Since we just got in here, allocations. This is my first check of my allocation into pattern. That's understandable. What I got. I also got 1 out of 250. It's okay. All right, put down in chat what you guys got. What allocations do you guys get for the APO? Let us know in the chat. A little more of 4 shares. That's valid. Bro. I might put in limit order. We'll see right now. I'm just trying to check the oversubscribe rate and stuff, but I don't know how well it's gonna go. Pattern IPO. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Maybe, yeah. Dude, it's funny because I've only ever flipped 2 shares in my life. 2 shares too many, right? Because I accidentally messed up. Because I remember on Bullish, I only got 2 shares and I flipped both of them. But that was when that was like my 3rd IPO ever. And I flipped both. I don't know. I was lucky. I don't know. Pattern. Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of like Gate Cloud technology, honestly. Let me check these other chat. We might see anybody else has. Anybody even got any shares? Well, we're talking numbers check. How many shares did these puppies get? Sell. Huh. Dang, bro. Yeah, it's probably random, honestly. I heard somebody say about if you get the more than 100, if you request more than 100, and then like, oh my gosh. Sorry, if you request more than 100, then you get like 10% of your shares plus like something else. But that's never happened for me. So I don't know how true that is. Maybe I'm restricted or banned or something. Not maybe I'm restricted or something. So what's the ticker symbol? Let me see. Pattern. Okay, it's literally just PTRN here. It's literally just this. Bro, I can't wait for some like amazing. At least you tried both accounts. At least you tried. We're selling 14 right now. Cool, bro. I can't wait for different. There's gonna be so much amazing IPOs later on the year and next year. Imagine when Discord IPO comes out, bro. Stripe, Ripple Ripple IPO. Those are gonna be so amazing. Right. Dang. Bro wants to make an extra $5. I respect the hustle, bro. I respect the hustle though. SoFi is pretty good for IPO, so I think Webull, Robinhood, SoFi, Momo. Yeah, but I don't use any referral links yet though. Yeah. Look at these numbers. Pattern IPO. Yeah, usually completely random. And at least if you're requesting on one of the brokerages like us, if you have a broker and you're like if it's like if you're like angel investors and you have a really good broker, then they can get you more shares. So IPO over multiple times oversubscribed. Okay, that's not good. No, not wish you knew. You wish you were richer. Like you need at least a few $1,000,000 to get in cahoots with somebody like that. So don't feel bad about it, Caesar. Feel bad about it. All right, we don't have. Dang, we haven't had it. I'm okay, but do we know if the possibly come earlier this time? Maybe since the only one. StubHub came. I'm actually other question too, but StubHub came actually like literally like 10 minutes, like 20 minutes after, like no, early 9:30ish StubHub came, but then Waterbridge came out later in the day, so should be before 10 this time. And then what do you think it will hit? I don't know. Like the oversubscribe rates are kind of low. It's a good company and there's not really real backing. So honestly, well, it's a small market cap. All right, here's what I think is gonna happen. Let me see the valuation again. Here's the thing. Here's everything else gonna happen. Basically, if this thing moves too much, if this thing moves over 20-25% pre-market and opens up 25%, 20% up, I don't think it's gonna do anything once it opens. It's probably gonna start to trade down. I can be a little jump. But then if this thing opens closer to its open price, which happened for VIA, I think it's gonna probably it might one start trending up soon, or two, if it opens already under its IPO price, the IPO investors are just gonna sell out because I think it's bad, and then basically it's gonna be a little bit oversold, and then it's gonna start trending up for the rest of the day. Dang, 9 shares. Okay, I haven't seen people say about this. Let me search up pattern specifically. Pattern. Patterns. Go ahead, cancel on patterns. Yo, wait, I need new pattern information. What the? It seems like pattern is right now. It's like less than $1. It's less than $1 above its pre-IPO price. So I think it's gonna do the second part. I think it's the second part. I see the exact price right now. Basically, if it's gonna open underneath IPO price, you just probably try to wait a little bit. It's gonna sell off a tiny bit more, and you guys get your pre-IPO shares. I just sell your shares if you have a ton. If it's under or close to, and then we wait to see if this thing is gonna like take a nice dip and just get back up on it, basically. But I think it hit a high of like 16 according to this. But that's what they all do for pre-market. I'm buying your stock. Yo. What's the price right now? Dude, I wish I had a free N24. Bro, Caesar. Nothing worry about Caesar. IPO has not failed to open make anybody money pre-IPO before. So I don't think today's the day. I don't think today's the day. Everything looks good for this. Honestly, the update basically it started initial buy 16 and now it's 14.90, but it shouldn't hit 14. It'll be not free because nobody has too many shares, so I don't have that much buying power. So hope maybe this thing will be able to hit like 14, because if it's anywhere near 14, like VIA, it's gonna sell off pretty hard open. Energy. Clown. I hate these certain Discord servers. They're all clowns. All right. Does anybody have limit order on this? Oh, has anybody got like a ton of shares on Pattern? You'll think you hold like Gemini. Depends what you mean by hold, because Gemini didn't really hold at all. Like, cause of Gemini, you were in the chat, right? Is Caesar Gemini? Bigger limit order? Yeah, but that wasn't the point though. For a limit order on Gemini, it made like 15%. Yeah, but that's not gonna happen here, Caesar. You need a higher. You need to either want a higher subscribe rate or more hype in the stock. This is like probably a little bit better, like financially, but like business model wise, Gemini was basically a crypto company. It had like XRP credit cards. Like, come on, people are gonna get into that. So if there's something that's really bad or it's hypey like that, you can do a really nice limit order off of that. But we'll see for this one. Yeah, they're not doing that good. Let me see. What do we have? You're talking about StubHub, right? StubHub, I think you made a nice 5% off a limit order because that had a good oversubscribe rate, so you could at least try that one. I think the only limit order I ever lost money off of hype IPO was probably Figure. But I was like, dude, I was trying to hold it a little longer because I really like the company, but then I had to end up selling out. But probably not a good idea, huh? Why would only hold too long? Let me see. Yeah, but I think Figures, is it cooking today as well? It's because, okay, it's still basically even 2% today. Basically, I figured doing this up at after is because I had it highest ranked in my video, but it's because it's the world's largest, or at least United States largest stock that's a lending company that's not a bank, because all lending companies are banks, right? But this isn't a bank because it's on the blockchain, so it's kind of like decentralized. So that's why it's cooking. That's why it's been cooking recently. So that's one of the reasons. V, of course. V is literally even. Respect. Yeah. I think a limit order would be wise. Maybe. But this is like there's literally nothing pushing it up. Yes, I was like hit 17, high 19, 1690s. Basically what I saw. Right. That always happens for IPOs though. They always hit a higher price in a what do you say, private market before it starts trending down a little bit. It always happens. Figma got up to 110 and then it opened at 85 or 82. That's exactly what happened with Figma. But the thing is, Figma already had the hype, so basically when it opened up, it exploded right back close to 110. Promising. Oh, that's a good question. I mean, you're gonna make money. Is that you want me to tell me, Yuri? I think. If you don't, if this thing opens like right under, gosh, 10x. That's a construction company, right? I've bought them before. Let me see. Or like you're talking about if you're talking about it's not Caterpillar. Oh, therapeutic? No, no. I don't mess with I don't mess with pharmaceuticals like that. A little more on Pattern. This is actually a really hard one to decide. Little or on Pattern. It's 100% not going to do a Gemini. So even if you do make money, it's probably like a 1 to 5% max. But the thing is, the chances I think is pretty low. I think what I want to try to do, I'm going to wait to see if this thing's going to dip right open, because if it's going to open really, really close to its IPO price, people are going to like, oh, it's bad, and just sell it right away. So I think I would just see, and then maybe try to get in if it dips a little bit. Try to. Because this thing, again, it has no backing. It doesn't have anything huge names behind it around the funding like the other ones. So it's really hard to see this thing taking off right away. Oh, it's his niche. Interesting. It's really hard for these ones. Let me see exactly what they do. I'm gonna go with it. Cause I saw because a lot of these, I'm not sure if they're medical devices. At least they're not a drug manufacturer. Because if they were like pharmaceutical and issue drugs, those are really risky. Like, how about riskiest stocks you can do? Because basically their whole stock moves based on if they get if they get like a drug pass where they can license it or put a patent on the drug or whatever, or you actually can use it like Hims on Ozempic. That's why they're doing amazing at one point. But then they lost their contract. So it looks like they just do medical devices. Of course, all these small companies. Um, $238 million market cap, pretty much the loss leading small cap here. Maintains, yeah. Okay, EPS surprise, EPS. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's trading all time lows, but nothing special to me about this one. Yeah, maybe your friend works here or something. Yeah, I'm thinking. What's the price? I'm thinking it's gonna be 14 to 15. Unfortunately. I'm gonna say 14 to 60 because I'll give or take another dollar after. 16 from 14 to 16 is actually a lot of percentages. You guys don't realize that's a lot. When I say a lot, that's probably gonna be like 14 to 16. Or is that 10%? 15? I don't know exactly how much that is, but that's probably a decent amount if it does hit 16 for this one at least. Cancel no pattern, bro. We'll see, honestly. Yesterday, what you're supposed to. Yeah, I mean, usually, depends. If it's like Fangling A3 exit, or usually, but like, we have this app, Freedom 24 now. It basically tells us what it's going to open at. So I think safe is pretty like 17. Because we know exactly what's going to open at Caesar. Not exactly, but something like that. So that basically was the rule for Sigma, like circle and then like bullish. But the thing is, these ones are like pale and compare. These ones aren't going to move that much at pre. I wish, but no, they're not. They're not. So you can just do 17 today. On the safer side. You want to try limit, but this thing is not going to be a fast mover. The fastest time it's going to move is going to be like maybe Reddit open. Yeah, we got memory logs. We got one share as well. Some people got their max shares filled. Some people got like $100. Oh, shares filled. Dang. So we got all that. Let me see. Is I forgot. Oh, no. Middle range. I see this. Oh, they're actually profitable? There's no way. Firm price a few each. Until I forgot they were. But million. The companies rank second in U.S. Amazon's marketplace according to data. Probably first by Data Cloud Technology. I'm not saying this, I'm just assuming it. Lifted. Okay, in 2021, their valuation was $2 billion. Okay, that's not good growth over the last 2 years. Pattern net 31 billion, revenue 1 billion. Okay, because they had a loss of pretty tight loss. Revenue. Let's see, according to filing, found in helps brands sell third-party online ventures such as run by Amazon, Walmart, and Macy's. Inventory, blah blah blah. Alright, nothing new. What do you think is a good buy price for Pattern in limit order? 17. 24? I mean, you can put it as high as you want, bro. It's gonna go in. I appreciate sticking to the plans. Damn, I get it. Dang, looking like a limit order play, I got my fucking guys next period. That's alright, bro. That's alright, bro. I'm just gonna see this thing open. I put 28. 28 is the limit order price. As 28 shares or 28 limit order price? Loki might have read that wrong. I read that wrong. Yeah, basically what I'm doing, guys. I'm for this one a little different. I think I'm pricing in predicting a move down, small move down right at open, and then small move down right at open. So I don't know how I want to do those little orders, and I might try to get in with a small position like 1,000 or something, couple thousand, to try to take a little back on the upside after it starts trending down. Because this is basically a slow mover, like I said, if you listen to my strategy. 40 shares? Damn, bro. Hopefully you make... Yeah, even if this thing's up $1, that's still a lot. Yeah, I'm kind of under... What am I doing, bro? Because look, let me do it. I might say... I can't believe I said under IPO price, because look, 14... Geez. 15 is... not percent jump. 14 and 15, 7%. Okay. It's actually not bad. Skip this one, like on pre-IPO request or limit order, Liam. It's very respect. I don't mind skipping this one, but I'm not gonna skip it. Obviously, it's I like the potential in any IPO, basically. Pro pre. I mean, you missed out your one share, potentially going from 14 to 15. So you missed out on your dollar right there. Who knows? Maybe you could have got all your shares, but probably not. Yeah, that's why. That's the reason why I was doing. I really started in limit orders because I've never ever got to any shares. Never. Well, I told you I got 2 shares of Bolus, but what would be me? Like $1, Liam. Dude, that $1, it could buy you like there's no dollar menus at McDonald's anymore. So what could I buy you? That could buy you something at a dollar store or 99-cent store, but then you have to pay tax. So then you'd have to basically beg, or not beg. You have to ask the cashier to say, "I don't have like 25 cents, please, and probably let you go." Or maybe at 7-Eleven or something, with $1. So I don't have the cash or coins or whatever. Let's see pattern. Anyone invested in pattern? Anyone invested? I'm gonna rebuy pattern. Pattern is up 1%. Then go down 50. Okay. Pattern under anybody? Got pattern price? What do you guys think about pattern? Okay. Patterns. You need Freedom 24. I think it's like a brokerage. My friend has it. If you can you show me the price? Can you show me the price? And then question mark. Hopefully it's gonna show me the price and then I'll call again. But hopes and dreams. Okay. I like this word. Yeah, basically you need an app. I'm not sure if it's like a real brokerage. We need to put like your social security and link your bank account. Because even if you do, that's not the worst. That's not the worst thing. Because even if you don't buy or sell anything, then you don't have any taxes, which means it just hides your information and I can't do anything with it. So I guess that's part of what my friend did. But if you just have to sign up and you don't actually have to put any of that in, you might as well do it. I mean, I might as well do it. I haven't actually looked at it. I heard it's like an EU app or whatever. Or is there... I'm not sure if it was American or not. So we are just chilling, waiting for this thing to open. Realistically, this thing should open on the better half of 9 o'clock. 9:30 maybe. But for some reason, Waterbridge a couple days ago, they opened up near at the end of 9:30, 9 o'clock. Right closer to 10. So anywhere from that range. Basically, is my pretty much prediction on this And I pretty much started the stream a little bit later than you. Okay, a lot later, because I went from 6:30 to 8:30, basically, because I did that because this little less like smaller company, less hype. It is on Robinhood. I did another stream yesterday, but there was like barely any people there, like 5 concurrents. Because yesterday's was Netscope's $6.8 billion cybersecurity IPO. I wonder what they're doing here. What they're doing yesterday. Basically, the small IPOs, like the good one. Oh goodness, it's so good. It's up 6% today, man. Or am I just joking? Yeah, it's up another 6. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good for pattern. Good for pattern, of course. All right. Basically, what was happening with like the smaller ones like Waterbridge and Netscope, especially as Waterbridge, yeah, they have an opening like 25% above the IPO price because they're amazing companies. They've all been doing it. All been hitting, which is really nice. PBI. Unfortunately, Waterbridge took a 9% tumble over the course of the first day, which is still up like 25 minus 9. What is that? Like at least 16, 17 above its IPO price. Still. So that's still a pretty good win there. But even though I didn't make any money in my limit order for Waterbridge. Because like I said, it was like one of those slow movers technically, where it's like a really solid company. But the thing is, 25% of those IPO price doesn't really yield any limit order result because there can't be real movement unless it's near or under its IPO price or its amazing company like figure. So there's really no buying pressure in limit order. So basically, it didn't move at all. Let's see. Pattern is like how everybody's enthusiasm today. Only I could see the pre-IPO prep. Sure. Thank you. All right. At 9 o'clock or 12 Eastern time, my buddy is going to send over Freedom 24's pattern price. So at 9 o'clock, around 9 o'clock, we will see what beautiful pattern what it's gone to. Last checked, it was like 1490. 1490. So we'll see what they're going to do next. Unless it glitches and stays at 1490. That'd be wonderful. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. For once, we're gonna go back to the time period where Robinhood now has no IPOs at all on their list. There's none. No SEC filing. Nothing. Let me check the list of IPOs coming out. IPO calendar. Let me see. If anything is close to coming out. Okay. 26, 18. Oh yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing coming out today. Just pattern, and then whatever this thing is, that's half the size, which is way too small. Let's see how shape this is. Really nothing worth anybody's time in the next coming months, weeks. What are they doing? Let me see. Girl, you're not out yet. Why are you moving? Alright. What is this company? Yo, can I get a... Now you can tell me about it? Okay, profile. No new information. That's what I like to see. Of course. Lack of special purpose. Oh, great. SPAC. If you guys didn't know, there's actually IPOs coming out literally all the time. A lot of them are just SPACs or just like filler companies that are only used to raise money. And that's literally all they're used for. So there's not even a lot of real companies coming out. Oh, there's actually a bunch of these middle-range companies. that I've never heard of before. Almost at middle of the range, probably under 2 billion valuation. Let's see. Oh, great, another SPAC that doesn't move. That's what I like to hear. My favorite part. SPACs. Why did I all end with you? That's funny. Yep, more. I'm more for the companies. You know what? I'll take my 0.01% and leave. Alrighty. Alright, it's almost to the first possible time it could open. In like 9 minutes. Pattern. Alright. 9 minutes till we go at least try to look, get a little more. Oh yeah, on my TikTok, I'm posting, dude. I was trying to get some views off Rich Tech because I was like gonna post about Amazon, and in my comment section, like 90% of them are just Rich Tech people saying no more Rich Tech. How is it doing right now? Imagine I'm being. Is it even right now? There's no shot. Like 90% of the people is just Rich Tech robotics haters saying Rich Tech is better. Oh, what we're gonna do? Okay, it's my slow over strategy. So we're gonna lay this thing. We're not gonna limit order. Well, at least I'm saying I'm not gonna limit order. So I think there's not enough buying pressure. We're starting to move it open. Even if it goes lower, you'd think people want to buy more, but no. Just people. Just because it goes lower, people would think like, oh my goodness, no hype or whatever. So we're gonna wait till the thing to open. It's gonna make a small move down, and then I'll look to get in for a smaller size position, like $1,000 or something dollars, or like less than that, and we'll see what happens from there. And like if it happened to figure in the VIA, it's trying to try to cook back up. It's going to try to do that, and we'll maybe make nice few percent today off that. That's the goal. Because any IPO can make money off basically. Maybe not Netscope and Waterbridge because they're like fell in the somewhat middle, which basically didn't leave any room for anything. But it's okay. What is open door doing right now? What are these? Big open door does this. Ah, my puts are eating. Oh, I can't spell. Oh, goodness. Okay. For 6 minutes till lock-in time. Alright, if you guys didn't want a more in-depth explanation of Pattern, I'm going to read basically what I wrote in my notes. E-commerce accelerator helps customers grow third-party services. Basically, like cloud technology. Why am I even telling this? Because IPO is going to come out in literally like an hour. And you guys do not need to know this. I don't know why I'm telling you guys. Okay. 2.6 billion, Gemini range. Okay. 31% revenue growth for 2024 to 2023. Exciting growth here. Yeah, I know. Alright. It's looking. I think it's looking good for potential time to make some money on this thing. We'll see if we can make money or not. Basically, I'll say whenever I'm buying with a 3-second delay. So it's not that bad of a delay. Where the bridge at? It's not here, dude. One share gain, basically. And why is my nose not doing well? Oh my goodness. Would you buy Netscope right now? No. Like, a lot of people will come to me asking me, like, would you buy IPO, like, after, like, a couple of days after it's come out? The answer is always no. Because, like, the only reason you know about it is because of IPO. Like, if you did IPO, you had no idea what this company is. So, there's really no reason to invest in it when there's, like, other things better. Like, if you're looking to get in cybersecurity, I like Palo Alto. I like CrowdStrike. That's going to get you a lot better gains in the long run. Yeah. Oh, CrowdStrike, for some reason, maybe they hit earnings or something, went up 15% to 13% the last 5 days. That's not normal, by the way. I don't know why I did that. Wasn't really following too hard. Yeah. Basically, if you look up the Palo Altos, which is cybersecurity, you can see the dip based off earnings. Basically, earnings dips are usually one of the better dips to buy companies. That's just like a free, what is it? A free 13% on my part. But those are really only two cybersecurities that get into because all the lower cap cybersecurities, if you look at all of them, like the ones the same size as Netscope, they're all terrible. At least for the stock market, because they're not good enough to like grab good clients. But they're not good enough to grab good clients. And they're because the stuff they use just isn't as good as the other people's because they're smaller. So a lot of them, 90% of the smaller ones aren't going to be good. Yeah, so if you like cybersecurity, definitely CrowdStrike or Palo Alto are the two I like the most. Therefore, pretty easy buy and holds. I also bought. I've not done that much experience with Palo Alto. I've held this thing because it's like the leader, but not like the most innovative or the fastest grower. But with CrowdStrike, there was this outage not that long ago. All the planes needed to be landed. My work was shut down for the day because the computers didn't work. Because basically what happened was CrowdStrike, something happened on CrowdStrike's end, so their stock dropped like 30% in a day, 40% maybe. Probably 30, I would say. And that's basically it was employees' fault for some like miscalculation or something. So nothing. It wasn't like CrowdStrike's software wasn't working properly. It was just like human error. So basically, I just bought into there because basically my thing investing is I already have a list of companies in mind, and then whenever they fall or whatever, or there's a recession or something, I can pick and choose which ones I wanted to invest on based on if they're gonna survive the recession, if what happened really is gonna affect it long term, or is it just a short term catalyst. Well, if I really love the company, if the short term movement it's not going to affect the price long term, I'm just buying at a cheaper price. Like if your favorite cereal, like if all the groceries you bought every day, if one was on sale, if your favorite cereal was on sale versus something else, you're always going to look at the on sale one. Versus to that person that always gets one brand, but then something else is on sale. But then maybe it's lesser quality or something wrong with it. I don't know. That's probably a bad example. But the thing is, you're familiar with that brand, so you know it's a good brand even though it's on sale. Versus the other person doesn't. That's why I'm knowing like these. Okay, 1 minute. That are like pick a bunch of stocks that are so different all the time. 'Cause a lot of it's just based on technical analysis and hype. Let me see. Where? Okay, so text. Oh, it's at 1420, guys. Maybe 1421 is the new price as of 30 seconds ago. Thank you. All right. Hopefully you guys heard that. 1421, a jump from 19. Another 4.5% jump from its last price of 1490. This thing, for our limit orders, this thing is headed the correct way. I mean, I don't think you can market buy a stock right after it opens. So I think you need to have a limit order open, but not open. You had to have it like one ready to set, but don't set it yet. And then whenever you want to buy it, you just set the limit order. Because I don't think you can market buy this as soon as it opens. On the first day of IPOs, I'm pretty sure you can only buy in limit orders. Maybe. Because have you guys ever tried to buy IPO after it opened with a market buy? Like, did that work? Pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, that's basically why. Because it's going to sell off pretty hard. Not that hard. It's going to try to sell off. So if you got like 10 shares pre-IPO, you're probably not making that much money right now. If it opens above, the thing is, if you have pre-IPO, if you sell off, then you're not losing money. You probably made a tiny bit. But if you hold, you're risking a little more losses. But it really depends. IPO has not failed to go above the IPO price yet, so I don't get shares anyway. That's why I don't have to worry about that stuff. Let's see. So it should be once it opens, it's gonna start trading a tiny down, like red, like by barely any percentages, and then it's gonna go a little lower because once all the little order people go through, and then more IPO people are gonna go in and sell, and then we're gonna buy whatever amount you're comfortable with. Probably not that much. There's gonna be a lot more of these. So just test the waters. It's your first time buying not open. Yeah, because right now I'm gonna set a price. So basically, limit orders fill anything under, right? And for the IPO, at least on my brokerage, I can't buy market order. So basically, I'm gonna set a limit for the amount of. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be around $14, probably lower. When I want to buy, it's gonna be under 15. Hopefully, if it doesn't get under 14, I don't know, but. So I'm gonna set one for like $16. 16. And then the amount I want. Roughly. So if I want 1,000, I'm gonna do roughly 1,100 or something. Yeah, most of us did. So let's say I wanna set it at like, I don't know. Exactly 1,000. That means I'm probably gonna get filled somewhere around the 700 to 800 range. If it opens at like 14. Or once it opens and then it goes under and I decide to actually. So what I'm doing is I'm submitting my limit order as like a market buy, because I can't do a market buy. You understand? I'm not doing a limit order at open. For any of you guys that are wondering. So yeah. Should I buy it? I don't know. I think you guys should set a limit. No, don't set a limit order. Have a little more ready. Like set it up and don't submit it, and I'll let you know if I'm buying. Because if I do, it's probably gonna be a few minutes after open. Because like I said again, this is a slow mover. It's kind of a little worse than a regular would be because there's no like backing or anything like that at all for this one. But basically, if this thing's gonna open up close to its IPO price, IPO investors are gonna freak out and sell. So once it opens, limit order investors. Hopefully, I don't think I'm not. Some of you are, but I'm not one of those today. It's gonna go like this. It's gonna open maybe relatively close to open, but relatively. We'll see a beginning a percent. It might be 0 or it might be whatever the actual from the IPO price is. Depends what the brokerage wants to deal us today. But based off that price, it's probably gonna start to tick down or up a tiny bit, but then it's eventually going to start going down a little bit more, tiny bit, max 5%, because the IPO investors sell out after that. And then that's when I'm gonna trigger my limit order because I can't do a market buy to get in, and hopefully by nearly the end of the day it goes back up to like even a jump back to its pre-IPO price a little bit above it would yield 5, 6, 7%, 8, 9% returns basically. So we'll see. Yeah, because people are gonna limit order on this, and they're gonna kind of cook on this one. They're gonna get cooked. Good thing you guys are on the stream. Even if this thing does yield good limit order results, it'll be if they hold longer, hopefully. Or I'm completely wrong, and this thing makes a little bit of money on limit orders. Better safe than sorry, I say, on this one at least. Alright, should come out in the next hour maximum. Earliest time, well, I guess I said 9 was the earliest, but that's like being hella optimistic. Like earliest I've ever seen is probably 9. But in the next coming range from now to an hour till like, let's say 10:05. So I'm basically watching this thing now. I'm currently locked in. I have a limit order for 6. No, I can't say that. I have a order to buy that's not yet filled. I'm not doing a limit order. So when I say limit order, you guys think it's open. Because you can't do a market buy, I'm going to buy this thing. I'm going to try to, hopefully. Eventually, might not decide to buy in because not every single scenario is exactly what I want to. Not every single scenario yields is a buying opportunity. But if the opportunity presents itself, I'm using a limit order to buy later when after it opened. And then maybe a couple of minutes, few minutes after it opened, basically. What do you think of holding versus selling 4 PAPO shares of StubHub? Hold it. I mean, there's no IPO. I mean, you could risk restriction. Wait, let me check the price first. Because, I mean, the only reason you would want to sell, you think it's going to go down. Obviously, that's why you sell anything, right? But because you don't want to risk a worse restriction than you are. But it's obviously not helped me out, right? Because I've only gotten 1 share, basically ever. So it hasn't helped me out, right? Not selling my pre-IPO shares. 4? Dang. What was the IPO valuation at? IPO. Wait, it was StubHub IPO valuation. 23 price. Damn. I mean, I don't think you can go any lower than this. Not that much, give or take 5%. So, I mean, up to you. I mean, for me, not selling hasn't yielded me any results versus like grabbing shares. So, really hard to say. It also depends on your personal portfolio size. Like, if your portfolio is a pretty large portfolio size, then that 4 wouldn't really matter and you wouldn't really need to sell. Because realistically, your portfolio is not going to move. For 4 shares, your portfolio will not move. Those 4 shares collectively will not move another $20 now. So, I would say probably not. Unless it's like some dude's portfolio. And it's like really, really small. You probably should have sold like near open. But insider price, last I checked, it was $14.20. This guys, I gotta answer this dude. He's my guy to tell me the price. Which I am waiting. I am waiting after open because I think there might be a short-term drop. Figure max holding maybe a couple of days. What's the IPO price? I'm going by her now. Price at. Let me order 14.22. You could try a small limit order if you want, but I am gonna look to buy a little bit to just or one share and maybe 100 $100, right? $100, right? This guy's $100, right? Yeah, you could totally do that. You can try that. You can try that. You want 14.22 insider price. Moved up a penny. Woo! That's not good. We need this thing to move lower. We need this thing to move lower. If you have 10 shares, if anybody has over 10 shares in this chat, maybe we don't want to lower, but 10 shares. I need this thing to go a little lower for my plan of action. Okay. So I need to help this dude out because he provides me. He has free on 24, so he's provided me with all the freaking prices. Alright. Sounds like a man. I will let you know. If I ever sell. Okay. Alright. Could be opening very, very soon whenever it wants to. Let's see. How many people in chat are actually gonna try to follow what I'm doing right now? Like, you guys have a limit order that's ready to be placed whenever? Or are you guys just gonna chill for this one? Or are some people gonna try to limit order open? I'm really curious. I'm not really much looking at the price here, Rob. Ready? It's more like I'm looking at see how this thing's moving right after open, because it could go 14 and might go under that too. So it really depends. I'll let you know what I am buying though. So it's probably stay in stream, and I'll say whenever I think it's a good time. Kind of really hard to say because I don't know how low this thing's gonna go, but it's near IPO price, so I think I do want to at least try to get in here. And I think it's kind of if this thing opens up green, if this thing opens and then it starts turning green and it keeps going green, then we can't go in anymore. Yes, so y'all getting low on shares. Yeah, I think this thing might dip a little more, tiny, potentially. Well, I guess that makes sense. If not, people limit, and they're saying if they see the value of this thing, IPO price could very well see this thing do decent off of right after open. I don't know. We will see. At the end of the day, I'm not losing any money right now. If it does go, well, I'm also not making anything, right? Netscope and Waterbridge doing well today, Legions. Gemini is so shit. It's so bad. Gemini. A week prior, like when it first was available. Huh. I don't know. I tend to. I don't know if that has a huge impact, but I tend to put mine on the middle to later side. So that could potentially have a factor, but I don't know how exactly that would work. My theory before was I'm shadow banned, but other people that have done the same selling as me have gotten more shares. So. Oh, I already have money in Solana and Ethereum, bro. Remember, especially ETH. ETH ran before Solana did. Solana's a retail chain. Yeah, I have I think a couple thousand in Solana, but I'm selling out right now a little bit, and I'm putting my money back into Ethereum and Bitcoin. Yeah, the only crypto I like, I think I said it earlier, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Not the huge XRP fan or anything else. Let me show you my portfolio. Let me show you my smaller one. I do hold, unfortunately, a small amount of big XRP for the small upside. But this is my real crypto portfolio. Oh my gosh. No. And my best winner is Avalanche. Yeah, because AVX up 20% today. Well, past week. And I think my biggest. Okay, I need to watch this price. What am I doing, bro? I'm so stupid. Soul. Like, I always make a joke. I always say I put my soul in stuff. It's, like on my soul. But, like, on my soul, Solana. No? Not funny, guys? No. No, I know. Oh, well, I mean, medium long term. Yeah, I think it will. It's because so many. It has to be the hype. It's so much hype behind it. That's literally it. Like I said, Ethereum is literally my pony right there. I have made this week. I have made over 30% just on Ethereum today. That's because I use leverage. I use leverage, and that did yield $1,000, which is nice. But that was on a $3,800 at $3,500 position, which is now 4.3 plus something else. Oh, go. Yeah, and the way I use leverage is very different from other people. Oh, goodness. Why is it behaving up? Because I don't really use leverage. I use leveraged assets that are available. Like, there's leveraged ETFs out there, which are just basically there so people like us can buy them and get leverage without actually doing real leverage. It's no twice as an underlying asset. Out for everything. Well, all the big stuff at least. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tesla, Amazon, they have anything out there for leverage. Plus, I use treasury companies as well. And puts. But that's the small positions in my portfolio. Unless you're talking about Ethereum, because I ICO Ethereum. Alrighty. Kid come out. Soon. Either Anthony or some dude. Probably ask literally anybody else about XRP. They'll probably like it. Besides me, though. So it's okay. But then again, a lot of my holding on Ethereum is Beaminar. Okay, pattern. Okay, pattern. When's the live jingle? I know. I actually started this stream like 21 minutes late because one, I woke up late, and then two, I tried to open the stream like at 8:05, and then it like gave me an error. Like, oh my goodness, double-edged sword right there. Alrighty. pattern in my eyes. Oh my goodness. Dude, you know what I'd do a fat limit order on? Discord and Ripple, I would do a fat limit order on both of them, especially Ripple. Oh my goodness. Ripple Labs. The XRP Hive translates to Ripple. You didn't know that Ripple's the one who created XRP. The founding fathers of the country. There's also like a 6% chance for some reason OpenAI comes out this year, which I think is like almost zero. That's like a free $6 you can make out of $100 position. What is that? That's 6% right there. Over a year though. So there's no way OpenAI comes out because they already hate Robinhood for doing tokenization on their shares. Still though, it's a good question. Probably. Not really my concern because I'm gonna like wait for open, but let's see if I can help you out just a little bit. I think the person that's telling me what it's at right now has class, honestly. No problem. Unless he responds right away. I'll ask him. That's my brother over here. You hear Frank Ocean in the background, guys? Yeah, my internet is not loading. Let's see if I can load that one fast. Let's see. Frank Ocean. I don't have a price. Should open it anywhere around $14 to $15. Not really a concern, as long as you want to watch the price until a limit order over $15 at 50. So, or $14.30 if you're selling first geek now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure StubHub opened literally like at. It was funny because I was literally walking in class and it opened. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Of course, I didn't have a limit order in because I was walking from the car to class, and it wasn't even a far walk. I was literally parked right next to class, and I was like, I'm not gonna say limit order, right? Because what if it opens right when I'm walking to class? And as soon as I stepped out the car door, I got a notification that thing opened. Like, oh my goodness! And that actually was gonna give good results for limit orders too. 5%, nothing to scoff at. Oh. Yeah, some people are still doing limit orders. Besides, you don't have to like try to look at my opinion unless you're really hippie in that regard. I just don't see this thing personally. Like I said, I think it's gonna start dropping after open for this one, and I think I'm gonna try to look to buy it after that. But limit ordering, if you're really nervous, you can if you think this thing's gonna do good later, there's nothing wrong with doing half limit order now. Like a smaller limit order at open and then waiting to see if it drops more and then getting more in. If you have like $100, you can split that up between like 30 and because it's 14, right? You can split it up between like 30 and 70 or whatever you want. You don't have to go pick one or the other if you're split between it. Memory locks. But I could be wrong. Obviously, I say my opinion because I think hopefully I'm at least have a better chance of being right in the other party based on what I've seen before. So we will see. Non-IPOs, I hold high regard long-term investment. The thing is, this is going to be, if I do get into this, if it's up enough at the end of the day, I'm going to get out. Or I can maybe hold for like 2 days max, today, tomorrow, max. But no, I know how it means long term because these IPOs, one, they tend to open a little bit more than their actual valuation, like real valuation. And two, the only reason you're even thinking of an IPO as a long term investment, one, IPOs are only worth short term plays. And two, the only reason you are thinking of IPOs long term investment is because it came out as an IPO today. If this was already in the stock market, you would have no idea what this is because this is a nobody company, small company that nobody knows this is. So there's better options in the market right now. So there is a very similar company that has done well though. GigaCloud, that gives me hope though. Just like Legions and just like Figure. What was that for? Yeah, it was Figure. I'm sure I'm gonna look something up in another tab and it's going to open up on me. It's going to do that. No, wrong one, buddy. Oh, please don't do that to me, stock market. I'm looking up something really quickly. Yeah, Legions is up another 3% today. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk? And it doesn't want to give me the percent. That's so helpful. Alright, in chat, who is doing, if you guys want to, if you guys are focused on the price, don't worry about it. Who is either doing limit order open or waiting to buy later like I am, or is just not doing anything and just waiting to sell for pre-IPO? 3 options, guys. Waiting to sell. Waiting to sell. I'm reluctant right now. I appreciate it. LOL. We'll see it open today. Huh. I think StubHub opened literally around right here. Around this time. Because I remember correctly, I walked out of the car, and then when I got to class, the door wasn't open yet because I was there too early. Sorry. Could open any second. That's okay, Thomas. This was definitely the right. If you would have got 100, 300 shares, that probably might have yielded not that great results anyway. I really wonder what the IP price is at right now. It's fine. We'll see in the next. Hopefully, this thing comes out in the next 10 minutes. It's okay. We all got one share. Well, not all. This is probably one of the better ones to not get a share multiple shares because then we can flip it. Do I share my 300 shares or do I wait? That's a really hard decision to make. But that's a hard question. I mean, you only have one share, right? But I think people are going to. I think. Well, let's say exactly what's going to happen. It's going to open. I think Lin orders might even this thing out, maybe tiny, like less than 1% up. Then it's going to instantly go down to like a little bit of red. Well, I don't know if it'll look like that because I don't know if it will show the price for its IPO or like after its open price. But and then after, I think it's gonna start trickling down a little more because the IPO investors are gonna start selling, and then I'm gonna get in. Pop. That's when I get in. And I'll probably be on the stream for a little. If I am in and I'm still holding, I will be on the stream a little longer just to see what's gonna happen. But you'll probably see me relaxing over here in the corner, even with my money, 9,000 or whatever, a couple thousand in the side. But if you're planning to do what I'm doing, I don't know if you can do a market buy. So I have a limit order that's not. I didn't push it through. It's just chilling here, and I'm ready to review and push it in whenever I want to buy it because it will auto trigger because it's a limit order. What you say? Message retracted. Whoa, Thomas. Put it. It's okay. Retiring off your one share. You can't retire off of IPOs, guys. I'm not gonna lie. You have to learn how to long-term invest, and that's just not. That's most of it's not copying people off of TikTok. Unfortunately, if it was that easy, it's just market conditions There's basically didn't know the interest rate we already knew was coming because of August 22nd Jerome Powell's Jackson Hole speech, which we don't have another speech beforehand, so we don't know. But it is currently an 85% chance to get the October cut for 25% basis points, 25%, 0.55%, and then a 65% chance cumulative to get the October cut and the next cut. So 65% chance, two more cuts most likely, and it's all increasing. And 85% chance to have an October cut. So for anybody that told you anybody TikToker said, oh my goodness, cuts are going crazy or whatever, it's probably overhyping basically. Because basically you want to buy now basically with the preemptive thought that cuts are going to happen. Or hold. But yeah, before I even got into IPOs, because IPOs wasn't hot, I was doing long-term investing pretty much and posting about that for like a couple years. Not fine. And I do have okay, my portfolio is the opposite of active on here, but I do have an app where people can track my portfolio and follow exactly what I buy one to one. We're not copy traders, but if you look here, see, there's about 3.4 thousand people that follow me just to see what I invest in. My portfolio, my longer term. It usually has 35 stocks, but I did sell everything out because But I'm putting everything back in slowly, steadily. My other portfolio is up 10% this week, which is amazing for long term. It's crazy because it's a real long term portfolio. Yeah. Oh, Dungeons and Dragons? If he's in Dungeons and Dragons, don't worry about him. He'll be a good investor. He's not to be rude, one of those I played before. It's sort of those nerdy type people. Yeah. Is he is he interested academically and stuff, right? Is he? He's a good student and everything? Because if he is, that would be a lot easier for what I'm probably going to tell you next to do. Because the first step is actually caring. And if you're not a good student, usually that means you don't care as much. Personal experience. But if he is a good student, he plays Dungeons and Dragons, so he's probably a pretty bright guy. So from what I'm hearing right now, so I don't. It depends. It depends if are you a pretty good long term investor. You can probably help set him up with the Roth. It's honestly what I do is a little different because it's kind of I'm still watching the price, by the way, guys, because it's gonna come out soon. But yeah, how would you get someone excited about that? I have a hard time getting people excited about it. Maybe just push it in. I don't know how old he is. Rick, say something about to him, show him your stuff you do. Just try to see if he shows any interest into it. If he starts asking questions, that's probably the best thing first to show he's interested or not. If not, open open him a custodial Roth IRA. I'll get to that in a second, maybe after the IPO, but basically open a custodial Roth IRA under your name, because he's not 18, right? So you have to have him open for him, and then maybe you can give him probably the worst thing for him is to go on TikTok and look at all the people that are saying to buy these rich tech open door. That's probably the worst thing. Probably set him up for a couple of good ETFs first off, half its portfolio, maybe SPLG and SCHG growth, and then he would have to understand second is that there's gonna be dips and stuff, because or whatever. Show him the works, how to buy, how to sell, and then let him go crazy for a little bit, have fun or whatever. Even if he does buy pretty bad stocks or whatever, let's let him go and do his research and stuff. And then later on, if he does get really into Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Just introduce it to him, and then like the potential it could make. Because basically, if he starts this young and he starts contributing to a Roth IRA pretty well, he's gonna be making millions of dollars. So he's a bright kid, right? So make it make sense to him. Make it make sense into why this is what it's pretty easy to do. He can say it's either one, you're interested in it, or two, you're not interested into it, but this is still a vehicle. This is like your bank account. This is like your high yield savings account. This is another way to create generational wealth. Basically, you don't need. He doesn't need to be interested into this. All he needs to do is he needs to understand the ETFs that exactly what a large cap ETF will do, what the two ETFs are, and the idea of putting money in there over time, and probably reward him for putting. If you don't know if he makes money, probably just try to reward him with positive feedback for putting money in there, and then try to reiterate the idea that or whatever. It's basically a long savings play, basically. And of course, a Roth IRA, you can take out as much as you put in. So it's not exactly a long savings play. There's a lot of loopholes and stuff. You can go ahead and message me on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, Thomas, and I can ask me any questions about any loopholes or whatever. Because if most kids are interested in investing, it's probably because of the wrong reasons. Meme coins, crypto, stuff like that. So just give him a base. Wait till open memory. What do you for what? Nobleman, by the way, Bitmine, it's questionable. I do hold $5,000 in it right now, but I'm watching the price. Everybody keep an eye on pattern, by the way. But basically for Bitmine, it's kind of hard with the MNAV. I'll after IPO comes out, I will promise I'll show you guys the MNAV. How I do all my calculations for Bitmine. If you're interested in that, I will. But I can't right now because IPO will come out very, very soon. Nobleman. So if you have me, if you have me followed on Instagram or TikTok, send over a DM with your question and I will answer it for you, specifically for that. But right now, I'm going to say it's pretty tough. But the way it's moving, ETH is down, and then BMNR is currently up. So basically, what I'm signaling is that investors are willing to pay more per ETH per share right now, which is good. But the thing is, whenever the stock goes up more than ETH, that's pushing the price higher compared to what's actually valued at. So you really have to be careful with that. But if you want to have some sort of it could take off. If you want to have some sort of like money invested into Bitcoin, make it very, very small. Whatever, just have it in your portfolio. Like if you don't have it at all in your portfolio, you could add a share, put it in your portfolio, so you just see how it moves. It's averages like 7% a day. It's pretty volatile. The one more thing is don't FOMO. And if you are into it, you are into Bitmine, you can just follow me on TikTok. If you have a question about it, DM me. I'll make TikTok on Bitmine too, because it's like a hype name. A lot of people like it, so I'll get views off of it, and I personally do it. Probably the only not gonna say speculative, like the high hype kind of stock, only one I own. Straight A's, getting him to invest seems like a little harder because his friends don't invest. He started tinkering with Solana. I mean, then we're not the best thing for him to start with, but at least he's getting in the space, Like if maybe he'll give him like I don't know how much he's using. Maybe he'll make some big wins, but eventually, and maybe he'll experience a huge loss on whatever amount of money he's using in there. But yeah, for sure, if he doesn't have a custodial Roth IRA, whatever brokerage you use, tell me what brokerage you use, Thomas, by the way. But you need to open one and just have the ETFs in there straight away. And then also, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll probably get banned for saying something like this. But like I said, you can message me, and I can probably tell you a lot of my like solid like long-term blocks. Just put them in there for him, and he can go in there. If you give him the password, of course. Dang, a Phantom wallet. Yeah, basically, the best thing I'm interested is because do you have Roth IRA, Thomas? probably have Roth IRA, and then have some preset stuff in there that he can already look into and experiment with, if he cares enough. Make him to be the friend to put them on. He uses Phantom Wallet. Okay, that's some come around. Yeah, the main thing is just having it open at least. Even if he doesn't come around, it's really important to have, basically. Most important account. I guess you can't say most important because you need a checking account to like pay bills and stuff. Of course. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it. Right now it's IPO content, which you can get extra in that if you want to. But my main thing is long-term investing. I post about IPOs because that's about what it's because what's hot right now. And I'm pretty good at it too. But yeah. Yeah, of course. No problem. No problem. I have Discord. I don't have a Discord. I have ran Discords before, unironically. For like a gaming club, for like a couple hundred people. I was I don't know what you call it, founder leader. So, but the thing is, I had other people create the server for me, and to tell you the truth, I have zero idea how to make a Discord and two how to moderate with all the bots and stuff. So finding somebody, I haven't actively been looking. I probably could have found somebody to do that. The thing is, a Discord would be more of a community than a thing to like regular Discords for like other influencers. I'm not really influencers, but like creators. They would be like to sell you like a course or like some sort of like intern thing to like for you like to get either stock picks or to have time calls with them or whatever. The thing is, I already answered people on my TikTok or whatever, but I understand it's like a community thing, which is really good. So, I mean, honestly, I'll be totally down because I use Discord all the time. So, I'll look into that. And then if I make one, it would just be more like a community chat thing. Uh, something like that. At least starting off. Oh, yeah, I literally have Discord open in the corner right here. Because I am in one of the investing discords where somebody like makes call outs and stuff, but you have to pay mentorship, it's just like mentorship testimonials, join my internship, earn with us, trading profits, VIP club. But yeah, all I really need, I need a bot that basically tracks who comes in, verifies them, and then that's it. And maybe one moderation bot so no one can spam specific slurs. Oh, any second now. Any minute, any second. I don't know what's holding it up. Preferably in the next 15 minutes. But if it's not, then it'll be in the next coming seconds. Anytime in the next coming seconds. My limit order is still chilling right here. It's not activated because I'm going to try to market buy the limit order later. But yeah. Oh, they are? That's cool. Yeah, let them. That's, yeah. Who's they? Yeah, multiple people? Pattern tap? What do you mean by tap? Can you elaborate what that means? They're deciding to buy or sell. I mean, hold or sell. We'll see. Oh. I did not know that definition. I don't. My friend is in literally Hag as a quiz, but I'm gonna say 14, 20. Best guess. At the end of the day, it should be higher. Like I said, if you're looking for a theoretical scenario, mine is open. Maybe tiny about limit order is gonna have this thing flat, maybe a little up, a little down, either or. IPO investors are going to sell out because either one's gonna start dropping tiny bit or two, it's already at or under IPO price. So people think that, and I think bad IPO, sell. They're gonna sell. It's gonna drop a little more. Then I'm gonna get in, and I probably should start to recover. Because a IPO has not yet been kept under its IPO price on the first day. Not yet. Well, along with that, I think that's a decent company. Half decent. If with Gemini, if Pattern had Gemini financials, I would just not even be looking at this thing. Holy moly. You see why Gemini... Do you look at Gemini's price? But yeah, basically, Thomas Roth, custodial Roth, put some stuff in there for him and let him go exactly what you're doing now. Let him manage it and stuff. Like if he's like managing this one, he'll be okay with looking into a couple different other companies, but already set him up with good companies, And give him a tricky one. Give him Bitmine too. That one moves 7% a day, and I actually like it. It'd be funny if you do that and you come back in a week and he sold everything and he's in some random stuff. But I don't know if he ever shows you something what he invested in, always ask him why he's invested into it, and always ask him questions too, because then he'll try to think and give you answers. It's open. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's open right now. 1320, 1390. Okay. What the hell just happened here, bro? What the heck? My limit order. Oh my gosh, it's actually moving up. Okay, 1234. It's already under its IPO price. What the hell, bro? 20. Go lower, please. Please lower. You know what? Try to get at 13. I want to get it at 1320, bro. Fuck. I'm in at 1320, bro. It's not moving. Alright, 1320 is their price. I'm so good. I can't follow a strategy to save my life, Was 13 point the peak? Yeah, I have my sell. Basically, what I'm gonna do now is I have my sell order open, market sell open, and I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing. Yeah, I got it in at 1320 because I did it. It opened a lot lower than I thought. I was like, what the heck is this? It already went below its IPO price. I was like, what the heck? So plans never go the same, I'll try to hold. We'll see. Hopefully this thing can cut back to its IPO price. If it does, we just made a nice 5-6%. Maybe. Dang, no new hover TV, bro. Down 1%. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wonder what your family's doing, Thomas. Seems like it's hovering around a bad price right now, unfortunately. There's no way it breaks 13. Down 6? Oh yeah, because you're one share? Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. Oh. This thing is really touching $13. Pretty hard. Oh, what the heck? Huh. Hey, what is it? What are you guys getting? Or you guys are out, or what are you guys doing? Very slow over here, and slowly coming down. All right. You guys have not heard a single sell buy from me. Great 10 shares, bro. Dude, I can't believe this thing actually opened our newest IPO price. I did buy too soon because I'm literally stupid, but it's okay. It's alright, we're just chilling here, guys. For all you guys who got in later, we'll see in the next coming hours what it's gonna do. I think I'm going to have a pretty decent giving. What do you mean giving up, bro? It's because you have pre-IPO shares? Yeah, I'm gonna lose this, baby. Max I'll lose is like 5% on this thing, which is actually a bunch. We'll see. Alrighty. It really depends. I got in at like 13. I think I got it at a pretty bad price, actually. I don't know the exact buy price. I clicked it, and it went from like 12:30, sorry, 12:20, I did 12:40. So, but we will see. Momentum go back up. It won't be momentum. It'll just be valuation, basically. We'll see what it's gonna do. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Me too. Yay! Good morning. But yeah, if you guys did do what I'm doing, hopefully use a small position size. Like 1,000 is technically small for me. So, and it's pretty hovering-ish. Well, I mean, when I say hovering, it's been 5 minutes, which has felt like an eternity, huh? If you're in this thing, at least. Small loan of $1 million. What are you using the loan for, Liam? I don't know. What was the last thing I opened as underneath IPO price was Via, but we'll see. What is that small loan for, Liam? Liam. I probably should have tried to comfort you guys. You guys are in times of stress and panic. Moving pretty sideways, unfortunately. Well, basically, I timed everything pretty badly because I got antsy. Of course I do. And I bought this thing too high compared to when I was like 12.80. But we will see today what it's going to go to. Bro, I'm gonna be tired. What if I take a nap on stream? Oh wait, what is that? Oh, sorry, I'm not really in the lucrative space. Like I don't know that job. I think I might take a nap, at least relax, and then I might be down 5% or up 5%. Honestly, we'll see. It's like literally evening. I might have this on here. I don't know why. Wait, question. Why was I ever wearing my headphones when there's no sound coming out of them? That's a good question, right? You got any questions? Now it's time to ask them. Now the time to ask. Current today. Maybe. This would be a first though if it stays under its IPO price. 5% is a long way for this thing to go though. The reason why I'm not like too concerned with looking about this because I'm trying to hold this thing for a good while. Like when I say a good while, like at least till the not at least probably like till the end market and like a lot. So just if I wasn't streaming, I'd probably just get end stream and just freaking go home, bro. All my computer's turned off. Quantum computing stocks, RGIT. But you have experience in quantum computing stocks. Didn't know that one though. You probably heard something around that quantum computing is the future, huh? RGTI. You're making me get up for this, man. Gulp. Why did they shoot up? Because of reasons. Basically what's going on here. News, using my deductive analysis skills. Some sort of news or some sort of something. And this thing is absolutely ripping. Which what happens after the rip is it has yet to have a price jump down. It's eventually gonna keep ripping. It's only this thing only really it's just for the docs. It is some moving up, hopefully. This wait, are we already at 5%, guys? Hold or sell. You know what? I'm a dog. Just kidding, no, I'm not. Alright. Guys, I'm exiting half my position if this thing goes back IPO price. And I missed it. You know what? Yeah, you know what? If this thing goes back IPO price, I'm selling half my position in my limit order. Alright, half exactly. Take profits. You never go broke taking profits, guys. Please. Okay? Please, no. Oh, please. No. Some did, bro. What do you... Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going to crash out. So we're just chilling here at a current profit 5. Dang, bro. You gotta be joking. Should I move my take profit lower for half? Just kidding. That's better than I expected to do in the short term. I guess we can go 0.4. 0.4 loss. Which is basically already hit it. The reason it keeps going down because other people are taking profits like we are. Or at this point, taking losses if they did pre-IPR look. Please, 0.4, 0.4. 0.4. I'm looking for that 0.4. No. It really doesn't want to help us out. Come on. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on. Patience 101. Dude, I want to get half out so I can go to sleep and then wake up. Well, not go to sleep. I mean, I'm just going to relax in my chair. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, anybody have questions? Hold for a decade. Like I said, 1 and 2 is max. Gulp. It's fighting. It's fighting its way back up the ladder. Oh no. It's gonna make me go back to sleep. This thing ain't hitting nothing. Whenever I look at it, oh my gosh. Well, for a decade. Let me know if it's gonna hit freaking even IPO price. Great, I love this thing. They sing man, he's singing did you get in with my strategy? You got in where I got around 12. What was it, 13? You got in on 13 to 13.30 like I did, then yeah. I'm selling half for like a 5% gain at like, no, it's like a 4% gain. At, once it hits, if it hits break even at, which is the IPO. I'm doing 0.4% IPO price because it hit that before, which is current high. So basically it could hit that again and bounce right off. But pretty much its resistance is basically $13. So we'll see. But I'm not using any charts or nothing because those are no, they're not BS. If you're in technicals. What price do you put it in, Caesar? I would take at least half. I put it in a band as well, bro. I'm actually bound for a band, bro. I'm taking 4.5 because that was last resistance. Hopefully it doesn't get anywhere near support. Hopefully it makes a new one right here. It seems like it is. But you know what? I could jinx everything. Yeah, I jinxed it. Alright, let me just. Seriously, Caesar? Bro, you not follow the strat, bro? Oh. That was a good butt price. I'm taking half of it out at once IPO price. Maybe even more if this thing keeps struggling to get up. Rise and shine. White fiber. We're in and like once the FPD gets back up to there, half, and then like let it ride for like the rest of the day. Pretty please, pattern. See, if you ask nicely, I'll give it to you. You guys know that. If you guys have any questions, let me know in chat. Because I'm just gonna like brain rot score like the rest until this thing even gets remotely close back to its other price. Seriously? So many comments. Been waiting? What did I say? Oh, he's probably in here, huh? Oh god. Yeah, but like that 0.4 would have been a nice tick. Profit, wouldn't it? I mean, well, you wish you would have sold sooner? We learned from our mistakes, guys. Currently holding right now. I mean, you do have 10 shares, so. It's basically nearing where it was before. It opened at 13 flat, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Omar? Bro, Omar. I'm up 3% right now, 2%. What are you talking about? Wait, Omar, what do you mean? Bro, this is totally different than regular trading, bro. At least that's the first hater I've ever had in here, honestly. I guess they're bound to come eventually, right? Like what, bro? Wrong info? Like, can you give an example? I'm happy to clarify anything I may have misspoken on. I go to the gym? I don't know what you're talking about. You're just trying to insult my personal life right now? Thank you. No, it's alright. I pretty much on the internet, you pretty much expect people to laugh, and some people to not be nice. My personal thing is, if I'm not never gonna hate on anybody on the internet, even if they're not doing good stuff, because like spreading hate isn't good. But you know, try to want to make. I try to basing my TikTok or on YouTube. I try to make as much informative content as possible, and I like to recommend to other people, like especially on YouTube, like Joseph. On my next TikTok, I'm actually posting is a recommendation for two people. Joseph Hogan, which is the GOAT of small caps, chartered financial analyst. Well, literally, it takes 4,000 hours of work experience to get it, and he makes videos every day on small caps, like Rich Check, Open Door, that stuff. He actually looks at fundamentals and stuff like that. So, and the next one, I'm like basically in the video I'm trying to do is I'm basically injected on like all those kids For You pages about all like people that list like Vest and Open Door and Rich Tech, and basically it's like a little different video that I've been doing, trying to like encourage people to look at Joseph Hogan to actually see what real short-term investing, small cap investing looks like, and then encourage them to get into like larger caps and eventually some sort of ETFs in their portfolio eventually, because once we get to the point where my goal is obviously like millions of dollars, $100,000. You're not going to be yodeling all of that into IPOs or like rich tech, right? So you need to actually have a real strategy. We're not just trying to make money today, we're trying to make money 10, 20 years from now, of course. But yeah, most of my TikToks are on IPOs though. Because that's what's hot right now. You guys think this will be the first IPO to ever be under its IPO price after the first day? It's not like fortunately, it doesn't have the backing of the other ones, though, which I understand why people don't like it as much. I want to buy it. I don't know. I bought mine at 13.20. I guess you could try getting it at 13.10, 13.20. What about that? If you wanted to. But basically, we've seen it hit. Basically, it hit really, really close to my first try to take profit at break even of IPO, which is just like, it's not like a technical spot. It's just a spot where it seems natural. But I'm changing that to like 0.5 because it hit 0.4 already. So that's where it naturally had resistance at, if it does get back up there. But basically, if this thing keeps trading even, like, I'm not gonna know how long it'll be on here, but if you guys leave, if it keeps trading even for the rest of the day, and then sell out before the end of the hits. And basically, if it gets back to IPO price, then I'm gonna sell half at minus 0.5 down, and then just hold the rest till the end of the day, and then sell at the end of the day, or maybe sell out another half and then hold it overnight and then like sell in the morning, whatever. Just spread on myself, basically. I do have about 1,000 in this one. It was so very close to myself. Yeah, but if you look at Robinhood IPOs, none of them are actually have done that, or any of the IPOs I've ever talked about. None of them have ever been under the IPO price on day one. This one, it does understandably. It's at the end of the IPO hype. It has no backing and doesn't have really good institutional interest. Of course, Caesar, you can sell it right now for a break even. You want to, but if it gets hacked, hold dip. If it gets back, okay, that's a valid statement too. I'm gonna hold some of it. I'm just finding to sell some. Caesar, bro does not listen to my. It's okay, Caesar. You're your own person. Maybe bro's gonna come back from work up like a bunch of money. Next IPOs, I don't. There is like a thing on Robinhood where it tells you what might potentially come out next. It's do swing small caps. I don't swing small caps. Besides Bitmine, that's the only thing I literally focus on one thing, and I'm really good at it. I like to say I'm pretty decent at it, and that's what I do. Basically, I wouldn't call it swinging because it's my Roth IRA. I don't pay taxes on it, but I do buy and sells. More buying than selling them. What was the other question again? Do you know? Okay, like I said, back to like Robinhood. There is a list of potential IPOs, but those are the big ones, right? It's not gonna know the small ones are gonna SEC filing randomly, so those are gonna be random companies you never heard about. But I'm gonna go to the ones. I'm gonna go to the ones that we do know that might come out. Let me show you guys. All right, companies are gonna IPO out this year. Oh, that's not really a good idea. I would just stick with what you got here, or buy more at your same price or lower. Because once this thing hits IPO, its regular back price, it's showing that it can get jumped back down pretty much well, and it will eventually. I just don't know if it will stay, because usually, like you look at Gemini, it's already under it because that's already a shit company. Discord has a 30% chance to IPO this year. Ripple Labs, the creator of XRP, has a 17% chance to IPO this year. Applied Institution, 12%. Stripe, 12%. Databricks, 10%. And Cerebras, 12%. So most likely, one big name will come out, according to how percents work. Add them all up. At least one should. Yeah. Pricing in is only 17% as of right now. Where's Ripple at? So it was funny at one point. Ripple had at one point it looks like Applied Institution like a 50% chance. Apple had 50% chance to come out, but maybe that was just when they were introduced into the fund though. I generally might take a nap, bro. This is because like I know the thing is once I do my first take profit, I could just realistically end stream because you guys know what to do. If you don't, finally doing something. But you know what? But honestly, right now, I know it's struggling getting back to the first part, which I technically probably shouldn't get to. I probably shouldn't. My first take profit is really 4 or 5% is actually a lot, but I think it's pretty reasonable, honestly. But you know, we'll see. Yeah, Ripple, they made XRP. That one's going to be so hot. As soon as they drop their SEC filing, that's when they apply to be IPO. Well, not apply to be IPO. That's when they can IPO after. Stop jinxing it. Bro, I don't jinx anything, bro. Jinx and luck is luck that is, it's not real. Well, when you say good luck, I'll take it though. You know? Do you guys think luck and jinxing is real? If you think that, I mean, to some point it is. Because, like, that actually does make sense now think about it. Ain't real? Yeah, because basically, like, when you go into a stock and you don't know if it's going to go up or down and you make money, is that luck? Or what do you call that? I almost want to, I don't like think luck is like real, but what would you call that? You didn't get lucky. Luck? Gambling? I guess it's more good gambling. I guess to some point it's confidence. That's the first thing someone says after they put all their money in Rich Tech Roblox calls expiring in one day. That's the last thing you hear of your friend after he says he's a meme stock investor. James got rise and shine. Oh, I do this. Hover, hover, hover. Like my hover, hover, hover. Rise and shine. Let's. Yippee. How do people know when meme? No, there's no news. See, that's the thing. That's why I like IPO so much because you literally know when like the potential jump could come. It's so much easier. Meme coins, you would find yourself in a deep rabbit hole of meme coins. I'm not explaining it, man. Basically, a meme coin has zero fundamentals behind it. It's basically all people trying to there's people trying to guess what could be the next hot thing, and the people behind it that want to just make money and rug pull. But the thing is, you have to try to get reputable enough, or at least have people stupid enough to actually get into your coin. And then it's whenever there's going to be liquidity enough or whatever, or when people are going to sell. It's only moved by buy and sells. That's literally all it's moved by. So, but no, there's no news outlets. The only time a news outlet potentially will pick up, well, when you say news outlet, there's like Twitters. Each meme coin creates a Twitter page trying to like promote itself, why it's like the next Pepe coin or next Doge coin. And there's like millions of these things a day. Maybe I'm overstating that. Definitely hundreds of thousands, though. Thousands, at least. But I wouldn't be shocked there's millions of them a day. Most of them do absolutely nothing though. So, yeah, you would say news. I would say Twitter. People create Twitter, WhatsApp groups, and you get a bunch of people in there, and you try to promote your coin. Basically, what you want people to do, when it opens, you're gonna try to convince them to buy your coin right when it opens for the potential of it going up a bunch. That's really why. And then, that's it. And then basically there's like it's cutthroat. There's bots too. So right when a will open, there can either be investors waiting or there's bots that as soon as a new coin opens, bots instantly buy in, right? Because there's no selling pressure. So they instantly buy in. And then they get out according to different signals and stuff, and they snipe thousands of these meme coins a day, getting in and getting out for very, very cutthroat small profits. So I don't know what you call them. Maybe you can call them scalpers. I don't know what the exact term is. But basically that news, or like you could say Twitter, or like, sorry, X is how you like promote that stuff. I want to check out the but yeah, I'm not into meme coins. I just know generally how it works. I do only crypto I do is I do two ETFs. It's gonna be the Ethereum mini shares, and then Bitcoin, and then Solana. Sorry, I hold Solana, but I don't hold XRP. Ethereum is the undisputed GOAT right now. Well, not GOAT because it's not the greatest of all time. Ethereum is the best right now by far. A lot of basically, if you look if you go anywhere, you're probably gonna say here XRP, but that's like a lot of hype and speculation, you know. I like long-term fundamentals. Is my thing. Besides this, though, this is like the one thing where it's not fundamentals. Technically, there is fundamentals, but it's very, 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 very short term. Like when I say short to medium term, I'm talking about at least a couple months, few weeks, couple years. But for this, it means, I guess you could say, a couple seconds, a couple minutes, or a couple hours. Goodness. But yeah, basically IPOs is like meme coins, like you're saying, but it's really easier to navigate. Stocks, yeah, I do stock. My only technically hyped one is Bitline, but I don't really care if it's hyped or not, because I trade it based on MNAV. Not trade it. I'm so stupid. I don't used to like the word trade, honestly. What is it? My trigger word? Trade? See, here's the MNAV I use for Bitmine. Right here. You're looking. It's like the brownish one. The top MNAV is basically its price versus Ethereum's price. So right now it trades at a 1.51 times the Ethereum it holds. And the bottom price is Ethereum plus cash plus dilution. So every asset they hold plus dilution is basically, so they're trading at a 1.2 premium, so 20% premium to the actual stock right now. And so you can see like other ones are trading under it, which means they hold more Ethereum than they actually. So their stock. So if they were to sell every single Ethereum they hold, they would have more money than their stock's actually worth if it's underneath it. But again, it's like same things like micro strategy and strategy used to be. Like strategy and micro strategy used to be. It was like I'm getting half out. I'm then going to half out. Oh, all right, moving up. I sold half my position at 2 point something percent, but I'm gonna hold the other rest of the half for like that day, just because I saw it now. Because it's been hanging around that. All right, my half is out basically. You can't go wrong taking profits, and this thing's bouncing too much for me. So right now, 0.3, 0.32 at 55 is in the worst place, but it's doing a really good bounce right now, bouncing back and forth. Okay, we'll take profit there for half. We'll take their half. And now it's going back down. Okay. We'll take their half as well. Looks like it's actually stabilizing. Huh. Oh, wow. All right. We're seeing, I just took half out. Not regretting anything. Made nice little 3%. And now we're going to wait for the other 3% maybe to come back to open. And I'll take out half again. Once it reaches its IPO, it looks like it's moving. I would sell half out if you're in right now. I'm going to keep the other half, obviously. Can't go broke taking profits, guys, especially on something volatile like this. See, I'm slowly taking some profits at different points. I did 0.28, 0.13, and now I hold $340 left. Oh, nice, guys. Nice. Max, I'm going to sell on my another half is going to be at 0.5 to break even IPO. And the rest of the other $200, I'm probably just going to hold for the rest of the day. 100 to 200. So, back in business. Make sure. Okay. Move, baby. Move. You know, do I jinx it? I got my. Come on. I missed my window again. It was 0.7, but I was adjusting. I had a limit instead of a market, which is kind of like, nah. Ooh, I did 1% jump all the ways. Wow, people are very undecisive nowadays. Alright, if this thing doesn't jump back to 1, I'm gonna go back to my lollygagging. Ooh. See, it is possible to make money, even if they do. Even if it doesn't look like it, and people say, IPO hype is dead. No. If you do this over multiple IPOs and know what to look for, you're gonna be chilling, guys. If you haven't taken half out now, I would now. But if you have, just chill. We're good. We are goods. We are all goods. Alright. I got my last small proportion out at 1.1. Okay. Nice. Another 5. It loves that 0.7, doesn't it? Alright. Small. Yeah. I think I've done 3 different selling periods. 13, 20. All my shares, all $1,000 of my shares. All right, this is a move. No, I don't. No. I want to go home. I want to go eat food. You see, I probably would have woke up around this time. I need. The biggest one I saw right there was 0.7, which is what I took. I took 0.7 for another 5 shares. Finally, it's found a nice little path at 2.5. Okay. 2.5. Probably 2.7 max. Percent. And now we're bouncing back. Bouncing. It'll make me regret selling that stock. Nice. Board. If you have any questions about anything, taxes, long-term investing, crypto, APOs, single stocks, ETFs. I literally blew up because of ETFs, unfortunately, and other thing. So boring, right? I mean, I could realistically sell like a automatic sell, but that's not fun, right? I have homework today. I already got to hit the gym today. Maybe I might make a video. I made a video in a while, have I? I didn't do this. One more day. One more day. Figure was special. It was profitable, but that's because it's the largest lending, the largest non-banking lending service on the blockchain, which is honestly amazing. I don't know exactly why it popped off. Didn't really look at the news. Probably something around there. Like I said, I thought this will get to IPO price. It will cover, but my plans eventually were I would get back to IPO price and go above it. But the thing is, this thing opened 5% underneath the IPO price, which is kind of crazy. So I will still be holding after it hits IPO price if it does. The closest it got was like 0.5, 0.4. I'll sell my last half out there. I'm still in halves, basically. And then once that happens, I'm gonna end stream, go out my way, and then check before 1 o'clock or whatever your stock market closes and see if I should sell another half or hold. I know, and this is not a tax mess stream, by the way, when I do this, because I don't pay taxes in my Roth IRA. If you don't have one and you're investing, you're really missing out. If you're using a tax, I understand you can't do pre-IPO on a Roth for like any account, but it's amazing. It's amazing. Paying, like, doing your taxes is probably one of the worst parts about investing at the end of the day, which is probably a good thing. I don't think it'll figure out. It might do via route where it goes up like 9% the next day and then eventually tanks back down. I think it could do that, 5-9%, but not the figure out. Figure is special. That's why I had ranked number 1 on my thing. Pattern, I had it ranked near last. Well, it's tied. 3-way tie for last, which is also a 3-way tie for second. But none of these deserve underneath IPO price as of right now. And the market will not do that to it. But it did it for approximately like half a second. Maybe I could just set up a market so. I don't know I could do that. Stop limit? No. A limit sell. I've never used limit selling before in my life. Huh. You know what? I'm not gonna try it. Because I have no idea how it works. I know how it works. I don't know if I'm setting up right though. At least what's his name that went to work is gonna come back. If it keeps hovering around here, at least I'll make it money. We'll see though. See, I think I've made enough to buy. What's 5% of 1,000? I'm gonna subtract that tiny bit. Is that $50? How about my myself lunch? Which, if you are playing around, if you are using, the thing is, I'm using bigger proportions sizes than someone allocation sizes than someone would do in regular trading because one that isn't trading. This is a lot safer. And two, this is not like every day. They're not making one trade a day. IPOs don't come out every day. Sometimes in bigger position size. So honestly, $50 is probably what I would make at 4 hours at work with taxes. No, probably 4 hours at work with taxes. So that's not really my thing, dude. I don't really hold after that. I don't long-term invest in these IPOs. So I can't really give you a right opinion because even if it's a good company, valuations are looking high. It could keep going up, but honestly, if I gave you an opinion, it wouldn't be the right one. I wouldn't give my opinion on something that I wouldn't be feel 100% confidence in. Netscope, but doesn't really look like it is have clientele base of 30% of the not the 30% of the largest 100 companies in the United States, which is good. But the thing is, the other cybersecurity players around its market cap have not been doing well. Personally, I only like Pawn, Palo Alto, and CrowdStrike. But if you have faith in there and you have your plan, go right ahead, my guy. That's just not me. Personally, I wouldn't have been there at this point. But that just doesn't follow my right plan, and I don't have the right infos to. Yeah. I know how it works. It's just that I know how limit sell works. I just didn't want to set it because I've never done it before. I'd probably somehow mess it up and it wouldn't sell. Thank you though. If I didn't know, that would be helpful though. Lose. I had on day trade. Dory B. This, if you're using taxable, is technically considered a day trade. You know what I didn't take into account is if your guys using taxables when you buy and sell in a day, it could potentially be a flag. But as long as you don't pass your flag, you're fine. Bit farm? Huh. Let me see what that is. Bit farm. I hold bit mine. Let me see. Hover. Bit farm. Bit farm. What is bit farm? Sleeper. Don't tell me. I didn't see anything about this, but from the name, is this a pharmaceutical company? Okay, let me see what this thing is. Details. Loading. No, couldn't find it, bro. Load. I want to see. Yahoo Finance is selling me. Seriously, I'm gonna go in here. I'm generally curious now, just because it sounds so similar to my stock I hold. What the frick? Well, on the safer side, why did Bitmine jump another 4% today before crashing? Because ETH is down. See, the thing is, Bitmine, besides Bitfarm, is people are crazy. You know, like the type of people that get in at high valuations, no idea what the stock does. So I'm not one of those people, at least in Bitmine. People are crazy. Bitfarm, they mine? Miners usually haven't been doing well. I'm assuming they have some sort of partnership because usually they haven't been doing well at all. Like Riot and HubSpot, those are other two crypto miners. But looks like they've secured some sort of partnership here. Let me see what's going on. What is this funny business? Bitcoin data centers, we said for mining. Data center housing for mining, okay. They also validate transactions. The thing is, like I said before, these Bitcoin miners, they have not done good at all. And usually it's better to buy Bitcoin. But this thing jumped up, and I'm going to figure out why. Let's see how HubSpot's doing. HubSpot, or Hub8. Sorry, I said HubSpot. It's Hut8. Hut8 stock, guys. I'm so sorry if I said HubSpot. Yeah, other Bitcoin miners aren't doing the same thing, so okay, never mind. So it's not just them. Why? Look at you. You're looking for huge gains, Tori B. At least you have ball. At least that's. Yeah, all of the Bitcoin miners have done phenomenal in the last month. Why? I have no clue. Can you shed some light? Dark Age, because historically they've been pretty bad. I've held Hut 8 only because Donald Trump Jr. is literally on the board of chairs. Well, I don't understand all of it. Yeah, I mean, HUD. I've never really done any research on Robinhood stock, but it's out of a crazy high valuation. But it could be deserved. They're really innovative, and they're gonna do good as well as this bull market continues. But as soon as this thing doesn't happen, it's gonna get all these are gonna get absolutely cooked. NSTX, I mean Netscope, Nvidia. Nvidia is a really nice long-term hold. One of my favorite companies out there right now. Palantir is a amazing, one-of-a-kind company. Again, I just have valuation concerns. Maybe you bought the last dip, but they're going to keep doing good, at least in the bull market. And trust me, if any stock did 50%, the first one I'm going to pick up is Palantir. But the thing is, 608 P ratio is just not my style, even if they are going to do amazing. SoundHound AI. Let me see. That was a one I'm used to hearing. Doing pretty well for yourself right now, looks like it. Respectable. I have similar companies, but not like Google. Based on what though? Like technical analysis? Do they have something with the company that do they have earnings report? Just straight hype now, or straight hype? Yeah, that's the Brazilian SoFi basically. I think it's Brazil, right? Or where are they based? Let me see. Still, bro, where's NU based? I thought it was Brazil. Or is it in Mexico? Is it Mexico? I know it's not in the United States. Yeah. Hey, do you want me to pull up my you want to pull up my stuff? I didn't really show anybody this. You guys want to see one of my stock portfolios, like a real stock portfolio before I sold everything out? Let me see. Let me see right here, guys. Let me show you some sauce. Baiting? Whenever I check back, was that too? Unless my thing closed. No. Okay, I'm logged out. So let me know if it hits the price. But I'm gonna go. It's this, right? I think it's this password. Huh? How would I mess up that password? Hopefully my father isn't watching, but I managed. I guess I shouldn't say that on here though, because it's technically not. You heard what I said, then you know. Okay, we're in. It's technically only a 6-month change of like 7%, but that's because there's a lot of cash in here. All right, you guys are gonna see a wonderful work. Safe growth rate, $300 a month. One, you're not having a safe growth rate, and two, your portfolio is way too small to get through say 300. Troy, that is very delusional of you. Just to let you know. But maybe right now, that might be reality for the next 20 months. Who knows? Because you are in pretty some crazy stuff. Remember. Alright. You want to see. But, like, good goal, though. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean to you. I'm sorry. But your portfolio is pretty typical of somebody that would look for stuff. But you know what? Whatever works, right? Even if I don't like it, maybe you make 100% XP returns. You know, gotta stay positive here. Alright, I'm not looking at all the price. I'm gonna check it one last time. Pattern. Before I show you my actual real holdings. Okay, that's fine. Alright, this is my backup portfolio. I'm just gonna call it that. But yeah, this is, I think, this is 1 month in. I do have to block that out. Can I show that? We're gonna do something before I show you guys. This isn't technically my portfolio, but I don't want to like expose any information. Oh, whoa! Let me go back. Okay. You know what? Screw this. I'm just gonna chill here. Let me know if it actually hits it though. I have iron. I got an iron. 140% on that baby. Alright, let me show you guys. I need a pencil. Honestly, if it hits my prey take profit and I mess it out, ugh. You guys, yeah, you see this one, iron, 140. Then this one is, what is this? That thing that's Google. I have about 35 from TTI. But that's after 1 month. 1 month of a high risk tolerance portfolio. Car dealerships. Honestly, couldn't get your real opinion on SoundHound because I don't do research on it. Look up Joseph Hogan. He was in the SoundHound years before it even did anything good. Trust me. If you want an opinion on SoundHound, on those type of companies, he will give you the right ones. SoFi. Let me go back. I gotta go back now. No. Am I fast enough, guys? Am I the Flash? Am I the Flash? Am I the Flash? Am I the Flash, guys? Did I make it? I made it. Sell some of it. Sell. No, I missed. How much should I sell? I'm selling like this. Fuck. It's even. No, it's not even. Sell. All right. We have done our due diligence for the day. All right, now we're just gonna sit back and watch. We're gonna. Did my shares go through? Please. Order status. I accidentally did it wrong. I accidentally had limit sell set, so I'm going back. Hopefully it's double the same price. All right, sell, please, bro. Let me get out. Let me get out of the market. I'm not doing all of it. I'm doing 5 shares, 6 shares, 6, 7 shares. Ooh, cook. You like that? Oh yeah. I still have exactly another take profit for me, baby. Another 5 shares out of the market. Another 5 shares out. At 2%, baby. Okay. I currently no. I currently have 8 shares left. I had to take that 2%. I was right there. I'm sorry. Money is just sitting right in front of my face. Currently, I have $100, 100 buckaroos left in this baby. All right, I think I'm gonna hold my final. I had 1,000 in here, sold on the way up, and now I have $100 left. And I guess I'll just let this consolidate let this play out for the rest of the day. All right. Did any of you guys end up making money on this today? Following the strategy? Holy, it's cooking. What a beautiful sight. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. Come on, bro. Bro, he got, for his own pre-IPO shares, he got screwed over. It's okay. I'm just walking one share right now. All right. All right, anybody that is here, anybody have any questions before I'm going to bounce? Bounce here. Any thoughts about this specific strategy? That is the slow mover strategy I talked about on my TikTok. Okay. And yes, I did sell plus. What is that move? It went from 0% to 2%. Okay. Yeah, I have 90% of my money out already. I took profits along the way up, but I'm holding the rest, the other 10%, the other $115. Wait, at the end of the day, I know it is right now because people are going crazy. They're like, oh, I need to get in. I need to get in. No, I need to get out. I need to get in. Stuff like that, you know? Simple shenanigans. What does NST guys ask? You're welcome, bro. Dang, you know what? You might be onto something, Troy. Mad respect for holding that thing. Mad respect, though. I don't know, man. Looking pretty juicy for a take profit right now. Our end of the day for Netscope. At least some of your, at least some of it, Troy. Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now to make a quick TikTok. No one's gonna believe me, guys. No one's gonna believe me that I made 7% off pattern. No one's gonna believe me. All I get, I'm gonna get like, oh my shit, IPO, bad IPO. No, it's not a bad IPO. Let me show my buy orders. I need proof. Bro. Yeah, I told you guys, these IPOs, there hasn't been a single IPO still that has not been over its IPO on the first day. Telling you. You doing good right now? I'm still in too. I think I have roughly 10, it's like 20% of what I originally put in still in. I guess you take that one, Troy. You take that one, Troy. All right. Where's my orders? All right, let's make one last TikTok. I'm heading out. Pattern IPO was a success. We implemented my limit order slow movers tactic for this one. Well, because it went up like 25%. Can't go up. Things don't go up in a straight line. They go up, down, up, and for figure, it might keep going down because it's made its run. But it's a really good company. So it's overvalued, but it's a really good company. Who knows, man? I only invest in what I know. That's what I do. Okay. Pattern IPO on Robinhood was a huge success. If you don't believe me, my chat and I, we implemented our slow-moving limit order strategy. Basically, you find a good company, and if it opens near or underneath the IPO price, there's a small more sell-off because IPO investors sell more, pushing the price down. This thing opened up minus 5% IPO price, all the way down to 7% minus its IPO price, where I got it at around 6% loss. So basically, I lost no money, and the IPO was already down 6%. There's been no IPO on Robinhood, or most of the bigger IPOs, that has traded under their IPO price on the first day, not at least once. So at least once they go above it. And this is a good company too. Got in. Pattern buy at around 13.30, 13.20. And we sold out all the way up to 14.25. Okay, I gotta make sure. It's at 0%. It doesn't want to be filmed for my video, bro. If it's at 0, it looks like it hasn't been opened yet. Alright. If you see here, it's actually if you calculate it, 5% loss all the way up to 0 is a 5% jump. And this thing went all the way to plus 2% on the day. I took my take profits at 3% and also break even here. So that's already 5%. And another at plus 2% up here, like you saw, 14.20, which is 7% for that one, which averaged out to around a nice 5% gain on Pattern for my $1,000 play. Yes, of course it is. Movement. We will see. That's why I took another sell at 2%. But I still am holding 10 to 20% of my shares right now. So around $115 in the market. But we'll see. We will see how it's doing. Let's see my sales. Trade. Then I'm going to go to, where's realized profits? La 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 la. So not people in here? Appreciate you guys sticking around. So even if the IPO is a slow mover or it looks like it's doing bad pre-IPO, there's always opportunity to get in with a limit order, at least for some of them that either fall into the fast mover and slow mover strategy. If it's in between, like Waterbridge did or Netscope, might be a little bit tricky. And for the fast movers, that would be like Gemini, where you get in a limit order right away, and it basically should, one, either push up the price of all the limit orders, or two, there's enough limit orders, but enough selling to break even the price. And once limit orders go through, it will start trending down, just like Gemini did. But if it breaks up, it's most likely going to keep going up like Gemini, and you sell once it's done with its thing. And if it's halted up, that's good. You sell right after. If it's halted down, well, you didn't sell soon enough, and now you got to wait till the halt and then sell. But IPO hype is not dead, and even if it is, there's plenty of opportunities to make money off IPOs. Even if they're not hype, they're small. No backing at all by Pattern. It's just real fundamentals and really understanding of how these IPOs moved. If you want more of this, I do full breakdowns of every single IPO and my IPO limit order strategy on here on TikTok, on my YouTube, Joshua Engel. I just finished a live stream. Only have 7 people now, but we did have like 40 at one point, and we just made some money. All right. 7 people in here still. Look, I really rage baited. I literally rage baited them. I said Pattern was a huge success. And I know I'm going to get shit comments because they're going to say, oh my gosh, it opened our IPO price. But then that's how I pull them in. Any other questions before I dip, guys? Before I dip here? Assuming no questionos at all. It's evening right now. Caesar, wishing Caesar a good. Hopefully, it stays on this price here up for him. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I have like even like 85% of my stuff already out. I basically sold it. I'm on. You leaving?
I'm leaving. Can I have a second?
Yeah, of course. I'm about to end stream right now.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, that's why I sold some more at 2% because it was just too good to like not. But you know what? If you're still in there, it's all right. If you haven't sold anything at all, consider taking profits. Which is I have been a lot of times, so we'll see. But hopefully my 10% of hopefully my $170 still in there does something good. As long as it doesn't go back under, even if it does go under, like if it goes back from 0% all the way minus 10%, that's a 5% loss on my $115. I'm still chilling. Unfortunately for Caesar, that wouldn't be as good, right? Because you don't know who Caesar is. He had to go to work. He had a 1K in, and he put another 500 in at like minus 5% at 13.30 right before he left for work, or 13.20 right before he left for work. All right, let's go. IPO pattern. IPO success. Success! Yay! Yay! Yes, there are more shares left. You're chilling, bro. Hopefully you sold out some of that. We're good. We're good. And you probably did. That's probably the remaining. You're still chilling. Yeah. Who knows? This thing could cook up. In the end of the day, it could do and be amazing. It's already getting back to the other price. We'll see. What hashtags do I use for this? Because I can't use like Gemini. I had a bunch of. I always had tons of IPO hashtags. Now I have none. I hashtag IPO, hashtag pattern. I use ticker symbol too. PAT and RN. No, there's enough for that. Stock market hashtag IPO listing. No, okay. Hashtag stocks. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't think I got the social media stuff. Hashtag investing. Sure. Now I'm gonna do a voice message because I'm too lazy to do this. Even though Pattern opened under its IPO price, we were able to make 5 to 7%. Top 7%. With an average of 5 of selling on the uptrend because we waited for open, which was negative 5%. It dropped to minus 7. Once all that most of the IPO investors were out, we got in and we held all the way, sold some at minus 3, sold at break even of the IPO price, and sold plus 2%, which we made a total of averaging 5%. This is my slow moving limit order strategy for IPOs. IPOs, one more. IPOs and the limit. Dude, that would be a good clickbait. He? Oh, yeast. Oh, yeah, of course. Yes, sir. Woo! All right. I don't know why I'm excited. I have $115 left in this baby. It would be nice to see a nice little 5% at the end of the day. Wouldn't that make us happy, Dark? That's another Big Mac meal. Order strategy for IPOs. Yes, and long term. Follow. Damn. I'm not gonna sell because I have nothing left to sell. Unfortunately. Yikes. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let it do its thing. Let you sing. Let you sing. Should I? I'm so tempted to sell this thing. I'm already up 7%. Ah. Maybe I could calm myself by selling 2 shares at this price. Huh? That sound like I made anything? Pattern? Sir, bro. Ooh, 3%. Alright, now I'm done. I swear I'm done selling. I swear I'm done selling. I sold 3%. Another 3 shares. I have like $85 left in this thing. Cause I'm literally uploading my TikTok and I see this thing hit 3.5. My goodness. My good. Damn. I was not expecting that. Not right away. Give me my money, bro. I'm not holding this. Give me my money. I want it now. Give me my money, please. All right. Temptations got to me. And I sold another 3 shares at 3.5. Because I just can't help myself. Now I have $43 left. Now I'm not touching this. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's a struggle. It's a struggle for me. Should I make a new video? I said 7%, but now it's more like 6% because that averaged out really nicely. Let's go dark. If you guys see my TikToks, please say you're in there and say you made money because no one is going to believe me that I made 6% on average on Pattern IPO. No one's going to believe me. Oh, shoot. God. See, this is why I wanted to go to sleep. I'm going to sleep, I can't sell. I'm closing out this tab. $56, you do your thing, buddy. You do your thing. Went from $1,000 all the way to 56 within like 30 minutes. Crazy world we live in. What the heck am I watching?
Hiya from its meow box. Marketing and business strategy insight could actually be good for them. Well, let's hang out. Well, I'll catch you later. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Becca.
Bro, why is my phone lagging? I swear it's not me. Once this thing uploads. Alright, now realistically last time for questions. Because now I'm liking. Alright, if you guys have TikToks, I upload the video. So maybe write down that you did make money on this for vouchers or something like that. If you made a lot of money and maybe I helped you a tiny bit, that would help out a bit. Do you know me? You get. Do you know me? You get. Don't go to the do say you know this and all. I don't know me. Making me want to. No. I am retarded. I'm selling out. I'm doing it. Give me my money. All right, guys. I have 1 share left. Dang it. You know what? I didn't want it anyway. Who am I talking? I didn't want the 5% anyway. Right? My last share is getting sold right now, guys. My last share is being sold right now. Salute! That's probably disrespectful to military members, but I'm sorry. Give my shares back. Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. I gotta. Do I have to make a new video now? Like, it is crazy. I know it's a good company, but like, is it really that good? It's a 10% move. 10%, 12% move. Yeah. And I averaged it out at 6. What a nice little nice little bit. You probably average more than me if you did this. Hey, bro. I'm not why I'm surprised. Legions did the literally exact same thing, but not 6%. All right, dark. Should have let it ride. Nah. Yeah, I guess you can see that. I don't know. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash and burn right after I sell. No? Okay. Now figure, it's not the same level as figure. Let it ride? Mine is not riding. I let it sell. Maybe you're onto something. Bro's making numbers out of his head, bro. I'm already out of the market. It's okay. Dark. TikTok. Do you have TikTok, Dark? Vouch. I think you're the only Indian one in here who has TikTok. Some dude does not have TikTok. Dude, 7%? I don't know. That's the amount S&P makes in a year, bro. That's insane. $9. It's alright, dude. Oh. No, what the heck did I do that for? Okay, uploading pattern. Wow, guys. Don't worry. What did I tell you? Bro, you're just guessing at this point. It might very well end up under that. No fundamentals behind it. This has never really happened before, something like this. You can't predict that stuff. Didn't you sell all your shares at like 0% gains? No, it's okay, it's okay. I just have to stick to my whatever I think is right. Yeah, stick to yours. Pattern, IPO. What's crazy? I'm gonna be like, what's crazy? I'm gonna do that now. Hashtag IPO. Hashtag pattern. Hashtag guess investing. Hashtag IPO. Hashtag IPO listing. I don't know. Stock market. Dude, why did it take me millennial to upload this video? Yeah, usually when I do post about like this, the lower IPOs, like these ones, they don't get a lot of views though. Maybe I can rage bait people, you know. You said This guy really should pattern IPO was a success. He's an absolute freaking idiot. No, I'm thinking. Ding a ding a ding. These markets will do anything, bro. Crazy world we live in. Bull markets. 5, back to 5. We did get that 7%. We might get back there today, who knows? Only time will tell. Every new high point, though, I was selling. Every new percent we make, sell. I was taking no chances. All right. And I hold a sizable cash position next to it. Alright, guys, but thank you all for coming. If you made money, congratulations. If you didn't, it's alright. Plenty more IPOs to come. Like I said, even if the IPOs don't open green or whatever, you can still make tons of money off them. Alright, goodbye.